friends, today we are going to study BASIC 256, few interesting programs. The first question which we are going to take up is to accept two numbers. So let's go word by word. First, we are going to solve this part of the question. To accept two numbers. So we know how to make the computer accept two numbers by using input. Suppose then enter second number, which will be B. Then the next part of the question says and print the quotient and remainder when the first number is divided by the second number. So what do we mean by a quotient? A quotient is the number which we get after dividing a value by another value. If the remainder is 0, then the number is completely divisible by that number which is being divided. But if the remainder is not equal to 0, then there is no sign of divisibility between the two numbers. So let's see how we are going to put up these two instructions into the program. First, we are going to write. Let's see what will be the quotient. So you might have seen while solving maths questions. Let's go in our notepad file. So what happens is, if you are dividing 4 by 2, you get 2. After solving this, you get here 1 after solving, and in the numerator you get 2. So 2 by 1, which means 2. So what do? We simply divide these two numbers, and here it is saying the first number is divided by the second number. So what we are going to do? We are going to write A upon B. Here we are going to use the mod sign, means the percentage sign we are going to use. So this will give us the remainder. If 4 by 2, then the remainder will be 0. But if 5 by 2, then the remainder will be 1. Let's check our program. It is asking us the first number. Suppose if I enter 4 and second number is 2. So the remainder is 0 and the quotient is 2 as we calculated. Second time, if I write 5 as the first number and the second number will be 2, then we get the quotient as 2.5 and the remainder will be 1. Next program. To accept the temperature of the day in degree Fahrenheit and to convert it into degree centigrade, and we have to print it. So what formula we have to use, it will be given in the question. So first we have asked the computer to take the input of the Fahrenheit scale. Then we have written the formula. So this is a very short program and a very easy program. Let's check whether our program is working properly or not. The normal human body temperature is 98.6. So the temperature in Celsius scale is 37 degrees, which is correct. Let's move to the next question. Now here you have a series question. You have studied about series question in my previous videos of basic 256, so do watch them. This is nth term, so th is in superscript, so please don't mind it. I was not able to make it superscript. So in this, according to this question, we have to first understand the logic behind this series. What we are going to do is, first we are multiplying the number into 2 and then we are adding 2 into it. So what we are doing, 5 into 2 10 plus 2 12, then 12 into 2 24 plus 2 26, or 26 into 2 52 plus 2 54, 54 into 2 108, 108 into 108 plus 2 110. So we have to go to nth term. So what will be the nth term? First we are going to input the nth term. Now we are going to make a variable num. Num will be our number from where this series is starting. So num is 5. Then we are going to use a loop statement for I is equal to 1 to n, whatever the value of n. Then we are going to write num is equal to num plus num into I, num into 2 plus 2. Okay. Then we have to print num. We have to print num, not I, because I is the control variable and num is the variable which we are using for the series. So we are going to print num, then next I and end. Now here one problem will arise. First we are going to enter the values. Suppose we are going to enter till the suppose 10th term. The problem arising over here is that the series is not starting from 5, but it is saying up to nth term. So we have to start it from 5. So what we can do for it? We can print num. But one more problem arises. If I write till 6th term, 7 values will be printed. So what we can do? Again we can write another statement that will be n is equal to n minus 1. So what happens is, whatever the value you have input of n, suppose if I input 6, then the n value will become 5. Let's check. If I write 6, so exactly 6 values will be printed. I used this statement and this statement to print 5 correctly. So here you see a correct sequence. 5, then 12, then 26, then 54, then 110. Alright? Now the last question of the day, which will be the hook question. Let's see if you can solve this question. In this question, it is related to profit and loss if you have studied it in percentage. Now, to solve such kind of questions, you can first solve it in your maths rough copy, just like a maths question. So it will be easy for you to code it. Raju purchased a cycle for rupees 1200. Means this is the cost price. He added accessories for rupees 500, colored it for rupees 200. So what happens? His cost price is this and he added accessories, means he paid 500 and 200 more for it. So means this will be added in the cost price. So the cost price now will be 1900. But you don't have to calculate it. You have to make the computer calculate it. So how you are going to do it? Suppose I choose a variable cycle. then ACC for accessories, then CO for color. So what will be the CPV? Cycle plus ACC plus CO. So this is how we are going to print the initial part of this question. Now let's see from here. He sold the cycle for rupees 2500. What happens? His selling price now is rupees 2500. So if now think about it, if the selling price is more and the cost price is less, then the person, means Raju, is at profit. But if the selling price is less and the cost price is more, then he will be at loss. And what is amount? After calculating whether it is profit or loss, we subtract or add it in the CP. So we get the amount. So we have to do all this, and it will be a lengthy program. So let's see what we have to do. First we are going to mention the SP. For profit I am using P variable. Profit will be SP minus CP, because SP is greater in this case, and loss will be CP minus SP, because CP is greater in this case. Now I am putting a condition. If profit is greater than loss, then you have to print, else otherwise what you are going to do, you are going to print then end if. Then a second condition I am going to put. So what it is going to check? Whether it is a loss, whether it is a profit. Now the next condition will tell you the amount. Now if P is greater than L, then amount is equal to CP plus P, profit. In the first phase, I calculated the total CP of Raju. In the second phase, I calculated whether it is a profit or a loss by comparing profit and loss by putting the formulas. Then in the next case, I calculated the amount by comparing profit and loss. If profit is greater than loss, then CP will be more profitable. Otherwise, the amount will be CP minus loss, because the SP is smaller. Let's check the program. So it's correct. There's a profit of 600 rupees. And one more thing we can do is, we can change one of the values. We can make one of the values to be input. So it will first ask us the color cost. If I write 50, then we will be at profit. Suppose if I write 800, then we will be at loss by 0. Maybe after adding them, it is equal to that. If I write 1000, means 100, so I will be at profit by 700. If I write 1000, I will be at loss by 200. So this is a very interesting program, and this is how we end today's video. I hope you must have gained information from this video about how to write these 4 programs. Thank you, friends.